worked, I got my associate's degree, and I relied on state-run health clinics, Planned Parenthood, and dental students for my basic health care needs. When I interviewed for the first real job that I ever had, I had a real hard time filling out that paperwork because I had not had an eye exam for 6 or 7 years. My contacts were very old and I was struggling. But they hired me, so I got on their insurance plan, and over the next 3 years I got all of my health under control. I got my cavities filled, I got my eyes taken care of, I got on medication for my thyroid disorder.
There you go.
I learned through that experience that health insurance is at its most basic, access to the health care system in this country. When I left that job in 2009 to move up to this area and get married, I was healthy enough to take on activist and organizing work, which is. In 2012, I campaigned for Barack Obama, and I persuaded the voters in my community to get on board with a system of health care that would open coverage to more American citizens. The most common objective that I heard, or objection that I heard then, from liberal and conservative voters, was that the Affordable Care Act would still leave premiums too high for the consumers. As leaders, we have to be healthy, well, we have to be able to live our lives. In 2012, our representatives voted to make health care available and affordable for all the people of this nation. You and I, and even the folks in Washington, understood then that we are the lifeblood of this nation. The media and the politicians have framed this issue around pre-existing conditions, coverage mandates. They want us to believe that ensuring health care for all Americans somehow poses a threat to our shared economic prosperity. They seem to have forgotten, or want you all to forget, that we the people, we fuel this economy, we feed this nation, and we fund the programs that so many children, elderly, and disabled people rely on. If we are not healthy, how can we produce at the factories or on the farms? If we are not healthy, how can we perform at the office or in the classroom? How can we be the parents and the leaders that the next generation needs us to be if we're being forced to choose between health care and groceries? Between paying for a child's dental care and purchasing back-to-school supplies? We cannot. So maybe those in Washington need reminding that it is our effort, our energy, our labor, and our talent that make it possible for the corporations of this nation to post any profit at all, for our community organizations to exist, and for our nation to sustain its people. We are the backbone of America. We are Lady Liberty's blood, sweat, and tears. Every class, every race, creed, religion, orientation, we are what make America great. Woo! We need health care. We demand health care. It is not only our right, it is an absolute necessity if we are going to have a healthy national economy and any future prosperity in this nation.
Yes.
If America wants to be great again, if we want to remain competitive in the global market, if we want to preserve the values of family and morality and life, then we will take a stand now to protect access to health care for all Americans.
Yes.
And to our representatives, if you continue to vote to repeal our health care, we will be absolutely certain to replace you.
Yes.